Selamat datang dan salam satu Malaysia kepada semua. Selamat datang ke sesi kami hari ini. Topik hari ini adalah membincangkan tentang isu-isu globalisasi yang berkaitan dengan ekonomi. The issues of globalization in economy field. Hari ini, kami berasa amat bangga kerana dapat menjemput Encik Pietro Redondi anak Lika yang kini bekerja di Bank Negara Malaysia. Encik Pietro pernah melanjutkan pelajaran ke London School of Economy and Political Science (LSE) di United Kingdom. Marilah kita menjemput kedatangan Encik Pietro dengan meriah.
Terima kasih kepada pengacara kita dan terima kasih juga di atas jemputan ini.
Okey, tanpa buang masa, marilah kita start topik kita pada hari ini. Pada pengetahuan saya, globalisasi adalah satu proses yang menyeluruh dan mendunia di mana setiap orang tidak terikat di negara atau batas-batas wilayah. Pada pengetahuan Encik Pietro, apakah sebab yang menggerakkan globalisasi pada zaman ini?
A very big thank you to Mr. Ricky for the question. They are two movers of globalization. The first one is the diesel engine and the second one is gas turbines. The first one is the diesel engine. First of all, the diesel engine developed to the point of commercial success. It is by Rudolf Diesel in the late of 1890s. Let us see the history of it. He graduated from Munich Polytechnic in Germany and became an engineer. He was majoring in refrigerator but lovely in engine design. He developed an engine which converted the chemical energy available in diesel fuel into mechanical energy that could power trucks, cargo ships, and etc. 90% of global trade in manufactured goods and raw materials is powered by diesel engines. Diesel was renamed after Rudolf Diesel. Next is gas turbine. It is a rotary engine that extracts energy from a flow of combustion. It produces a power thrust that sends an airplane to the sky. It was invented by Frank Whittle, British engineer in the early 1900. The first fathers of flight are Wilbur and Orville Wright, but Whittle's influence on global air travel should not be underestimated. These two engines are so much important for us and for goods throughout the big wide world.
Oh, I see. Seperti Encik Pietro jelaskan tadi, globalisasi sebenarnya memberikan banyak faedah kepada banyak firm, pekerja dan konsumer. Namun, ia pula akan mengenakan beban kepada yang lain, betulkah?
Thank you once again to Mr. Ricky. Let us consider the cases of the Schwinn Bicycle Company and the Dell Computer Corporation. The first one is bicycle imports forced Schwinn to downshift. Schwinn became the standard of the industry. When the Great Depression happened, Schwinn survived by producing durable and stylish bikes. Unlike the other bicycle companies, which have cut from the business, it have been pitched by celebrities when Schwinn bikes are the best. The nature of the bicycle market was changing. Cyclists' preferences changed from time to time because of the falling tariff on imported bicycles encouraged Americans to import from companies outside from America. It is such as Japan, China, Korea, and etc. When Schwinn moved production to a plant in Greenville, Mississippi, the plant suffered from uneven quality and low efficiency. As losses mounted for Schwinn, the firm declared bankruptcy in 1993. Then Pacific Cycle Company purchased the Schwinn, which farmed the production of Schwinn bicycles cut to low-wage workers in China. It is built in Chinese factories but sold by Walmart. And the thing is, for a new Schwinn that's being sold by Pacific Cycle Company, cyclists do pay less for it. The second one is Dell sells factories in effort to slash costs. Let us see how Dell was being produced back then. A 19-year-old student at the University of Texas, Michael Dell, started a computer company from a dorm room with $1,000 in capital. It was not being sold through retail channels. In 1999, Dell overtook Compaq. As easy as that. The Dell is highly efficient, but not being a low-cost manufacturer of laptops. Then years ago, competitors such as HP and Apple realized cost saving by entering into agreements. The manufacturers are in low-wage countries. Then Dell was bankrupt.
Wow. Injek Petro, kami tahu bahawa negara USA adalah negara yang paling maju di dunia ini. Sebagai contoh, the brand of Apple merupakan salah satu brand yang famous. Namun, seperti saya tahu, kilang syarikat Apple telah dipasang di negara China. Adakah ini menunjukkan negara USA kehilangan kelebihan inovasi pada zaman globalisasi ini?
Thank you to Mr. Ricky for that question. It was a tough question. Indeed. US has seen numerous or a lot of industries disappears from its shores and located in other countries. The question is the US losing its innovation edge? Let us say that everyone have their own opinions. Some would agree and some would disagree. For some economists, US, United States, is actually has been losing its innovation edge as American manufacturers have moved abroad, which is outside from the US. The economists thought that manufacturing is a key driver of research and development. It is which generates invention of fuel economic growth. The US, United States, obviously cannot sustain the economic growth without a stronger manufacturing sector. Those who disagree had said that all of the key technologies and high value-added activities are still captured on American soil, and US leads the world in scientific and technological development. I would say that I am also disagree that United States, US, losing its innovation edge. It is just a matter of to benefit our customers, which is the company customers or the firm customers. Which we could say that customer is our first priority, especially in goods and services that is being sold by the company or by the firm. For example, television market, the manufacturing of television initially began in the US, United States, but moved offshore to countries that is much more lower wages, and after all, to benefit the customers.
Sebelum tamat, saya mempunyai satu soalan yang ingin menanyai Injek Petro, iaitu mengenai British ingin keluar dari EU, European Union. Apakah pendapat Injek Petro tentang isu ini?
Thank you to Mr. Ricky once again for the question. Alright, the latest news is, would Britain be better off staying inside the club or going it alone? The greatest uncertainty associated with leaving the UE is that no country has ever done it before, so no one can predict the exact result. Nevertheless, many have tried. There must be pros and cons in everything. So, there is a pros and cons for Britain if the Britain leave European Union. The first one is, it is all about membership fee. Leaving the European Union would result in an immediate cost saving, as a country would no longer contribute to the European Union budget. Last year, Britain paid in 13 billion, but it also received 4.5 billion worth of spending, says Full Fact. So the UK's net contribution was at 1.5 billion. That's about 7% of what the government spends on the NHS each year. Alright. The second one is about trade. The European Union is a single market in which no tariff are imposed on imports and exports between member states. Britain also benefits from trade deals between the European Union and other world powers. Britain risks losing some of that negotiating power by leaving the European Union, but it would be free to enter its own trade agreement. The next one we could see is the investment. Inward investment is likely to slow in the run-up to the vote due to the uncertainty of the outcome and its consequences. That's what happened before the Scottish independence referendum in 2014. In the longer term, there are diverging views. Pro-European Union think the UK's status as one of the world's biggest financial centers will be diminished if it is no longer seen as a gateway to the European Union for the likes of US banks, while Brexit campaigners suggest that Brexit, I would like to explain what is the Brexit mean, it is the Britain exit from the European Union. Brexit campaigners suggest that free from European Union rules or regulation, Britain could reinvent itself as a Singapore-style supercharged economy. Fears that carmakers could scale back or even end production in the UK. Vehicles could no longer be exported tax-free to Europe were underlined by BMW's decision to remind its UK employees at Rolls-Royce and many of the significant benefit European Union membership confers. The next one is we could see the immigration. Under European Union law, Britain cannot prevent anyone from another member state coming to live in the country, while Britons benefit from an equivalent right to live and work anywhere else in the UK. The result has been a huge increase in immigration into Britain, particularly from Eastern and Southern Europe. Alright, according to the Office for National Statistics, it is based on the news, there are 942,000 Eastern Europeans, Romanians and Bulgarians working in the UK, along with 781,000 Western European and 2.93 million workers from outside the European Union. China and India are the biggest source of foreign workers in the UK. India says that while the recent pace of immigration has led to some difficulties with housing and service provision, the net effect has been overwhelmingly positive. By contrast, Farage says immigration should be cut dramatically and leaving the European Union is the only way to regain control of our borders. Other pro-Brexit campaigners would not necessarily reduce immigration, but said it should be up to the British government to set the rules. The next one is about the jobs. It is the biggest part. The effect of leaving the European Union on British jobs depends on a complex interplay of the factors above, which is the trade, investment, and immigration. Pro-European Union campaigners have suggested that 3 million jobs could be lost if Britain goes it alone. I would say that Britain could lose so many jobs. However, while figures from the early 2000s suggest around 3 million jobs are linked to trade with the European Union, says full fact. They don't say they are dependent on the UK being an European Union member. If trade and investment fell post-Brexit, then some of these jobs would be lost. If they rose, if they rose, then new job would be created. Alright, last but not least, the big questions for Britain. When will the European Union referendum be held? The date has been set for 23rd June 2016. The question, which is the big question, is should the UK remain a member of the European Union or just leave it? For my opinion, Britain should really remain a member of the European Union because there is not so much problem that is so significant for the moment. And I think there's so much benefit that they are having, especially about the jobs, which is, yes, it is easy to create a new job. Oh, I'm sorry. It is not as easy as ABC to create a new job, but there are so many courage that you could take if you wanted to make a new things. And besides that, there are so many jobs that the Britain's people will lose in the job market. So that's my opinion, and thank you to Mr. Ricky for the question.
Okey, inilah tamat sesi kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih kepada Encik Pietro kerana sanggup meluangkan masa untuk menghadiri sesi kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih.
And thank you to Mr. Ricky for inviting me. Thank you.